Today is a new day to start again. Take each moment one by one and do the best you can. Yesterday doesn't matter, it only serves as a ladder. Tomorrow isn't guaranteed, so make your plans accordingly. Today is a new day to start again. Take each moment one by one and do the best you can. Grand Rising, today is a new day to start again. It is 3/29/2025. I got to tell you, I thought I was going to have a much better March. I really am kind of shocked. It's been pretty awful. I thought I was due for a big month, and it has not transpired. Yesterday, I went 0 for 3, and I felt like I was mischaracterized. Seems to happen a lot, but it was fine. It is what it is. I'm not going to sit there and explain things that I think are not correct, but sometimes I should probably be a little bit more forthright. But we have an early out on Fridays, and I waited around and to see if anybody else wanted it, and nobody else wanted it, so I'm going to take it. It could be looked at like I have 2 extra hours that I could work, and I am in a situation where I do need money. So the fact that I leave early, but there's 4 people. First of all, listen, my job is not my life. That's the biggest thing. I did say something whenever it was kind of a joke, but I need to be careful with stuff like this. But they were asking about whether I wanted to take the early out and about wanting to leave. And I was like, I wanted to leave when I got here. You probably shouldn't say stuff like that, obviously, but it's true. It is what it is. The job has not been very much fun for me, other than the fact that I have an opportunity to make money. It's just not a great situation where it seems like every day I'm running into things that, whatever, if it's me or if it's not me, it doesn't matter. It just, every day it seems to be that. And I'm just not used, I'm tired of it, but I'm just going to keep doing my life and doing my job to the best of my ability. And I'm going to take the early outs when I can, because it's not working there. My life's not working there. So I'm going to get out here where it does work and then try to go back into there and do my best. That's all I can really do. I'm not here to try and control a narrative either. I think a lot of people are afraid to leave groups that they know are talking about them because they want to make sure that they're there. And I do some of that. Sometimes I will just walk into areas where I think there might be, my name might be in somebody's mouth, and I'll just to see what happens. I think it's fun sometimes to do that, but you can't control any of that. That has nothing to do with you. If somebody else is talking about you behind your back, then that is going on. There's nothing you can do to really fight that. It's not on you. That's on God to take care of. So that's in the real. They can really harm you. I mean, that's what happened. Not to put me on Socrates' level, but that's really what happened to Socrates. Socrates got eliminated by society because society deemed, through really a lot of illogical and unbound reasoning. And Socrates was basically explaining that to them as they killed him. And he's like, or whatever, well, this is going to go down like this. That's the same thing as, like, you can't fight what people say about you. All you can do is live your life to the best of your abilities. It's just so wrong, though, that you just like, I'll get into it in a minute. Say what you need to say it to me. And people will sit there and say that they do say whatever they want to say to your face, but then they also go behind your back and talk. And they usually do not say the same things that they are saying behind your back to your face. I hope the best for all of you. That's really what go ahead, do your thing. You can focus on anything you want to focus on when things are going bad or things are going well. Karma, why does it seem not to play out the way it seems like it should sometimes? It almost does the opposite. But I would say it's because gaining sometimes hurts you. Kind of like but it is strange. It's kind of like whenever you have a close call in a sport basketball is the best way I can think of, where you don't know, and instead of doing the jump ball, you shoot the ball. Somebody chooses the person to shoot the ball, and if they make it, then the side wins the decision if they make the shot. This is a horrible video. I'm all over the place. Nobody's watching anyways. So, but that's not really fate. It's something. It has nothing to do with the other. It's using an arbitrary thing to solve something that you really could solve if you really took the time. They don't have anything to do with each other. Sometimes a perfect drive ends up in a divot, and sometimes a thin burner runs into the hole, hits the pin, and drops into the cup. I was asked yesterday, have you had any training? And it just made me laugh. Yeah, I've had training. Sell the sale. Sell the sale is one of the most important things you have when you have a sale. What I should have done is said, sell me this sale in less than a minute. You show me how to do it, and I'll do it that way. Go. Give me the training you say that I lack. But I didn't do it that. I didn't do that. Descriptives are important. If I say I slam something down, what does that imply? What is it? What's a slam? Is that a slam? Or is that a slam? I mean, what's a slam? Whenever you say somebody slams something down, how do you slam a piece of paper? When you just do that. That's not a slam, in my opinion. So do we have to talk about that, or do you just get to put slam on it? It's slammed. I slammed it. I'll take the early out. I'm making this sound like there was a big, really disruptive thing at work. There wasn't. But there was that used as a descriptive of something that I did. It was said that I slammed the paper down when I didn't. And I didn't fight it. I was just like, okay, I won't do that. That I didn't do. Don't need money, don't take fame, don't need a credit card to ride this train. I'll take the early out every time now, if I get the opportunity. And then whatever happens after I leave happens. People that act very responsible, I've found, can be very judgmental. And judgment really should only be in very certain situations. Judgmental is necessary, but judgment is only really should be used, especially when you're encroaching on someone else, because who are you to judge? I do not care what is said about me when I leave the room. I'm so tired of that. The more people talk about me that don't really know me, the more I know I want to leave. Go ahead. Let me get out of the way. I don't need to be here for this. And then there's this fear of missing out. That's why people don't leave, though. They don't leave the room because they don't want to bear the burden of what might be said about them when they leave. I don't care anymore. Go do it. Whatever you can say, whatever you want to say about me. When I'm not there. When I am there, I will have something to say in return. And then the other one is the fear of missing out. The old school sales is bell to bell. This is a 10-minute video. I decided to just go. I was trying to do the 7-minute video, and then I screwed up the last 2 of them. And I'm not been getting a lot of response on these things, so whatever. I'm back into the I don't care anymore about these videos or trying to promote them. I obviously don't care too much about my job because I talk publicly about it on social media. No, I do care. I'm trying not to get myself in any trouble, but I think it's important to talk about stuff like this. For me, anyways, because it is tough. It is hard to leave a room when you do think you're probably being talked about. It's not that big of a deal. It's natural to talk about somebody when they leave. And it's probably very minimal, or maybe it's a lot. You never know. You can't have any idea what happens after you leave. But I think having any fear of that, there's nothing you can do about it. And you shouldn't really try to set yourself up for good things. I think people try to have a good goodbye so that they feel good about when they leave. I'm getting deep here. Maybe this is just me. Anyways, I just don't think you should live your life that way. It's not real. What's real is what God sees. It doesn't matter what everybody else sees and what everybody else says in the end. And if you're content with that, then I didn't slam the paper down. So, and God knows that. No matter how many people say that I did, I didn't. So, but you know what is funny is just recently I had something that I kept denying over and over again that I did because I misunderstood the situation. And then after I realized that I had actually, I'll tell you what it is. There's a credit card machine. And at our work, where our job is, we move that credit card machine all over the store. But so I did a transaction the night before, and I just never returned it back and plugged it back in. But then someone came in that doesn't usually come to our store, that opened the store, and said basically, who unplugged this last night? And then made it sound like you should never, ever unplug this thing. And I was tired and wasn't really thinking about it. And I was just like, well, I didn't do something that I'm never supposed to do. I'm pretty sure I didn't do that. If I'm not supposed to do it, I didn't do it. And I really didn't think about it. And then I got to the end and I was like, oh, wait, I did. I unplugged it to do the transaction and then I never plugged it back in. But we do that all the time here. But I never really even covered that part. But it did give me, that's a moment where you lose credibility because I kept saying, no, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. And then you're like, oh, wait, I did do it. So that takes away your credibility. So whatever. What am I know? I'm wearing a Colts jersey. We stink. I'm not playing games anymore. Another person said this, and sometimes, I don't know. All I can say is I'm standing right here. You can really, I feel like you can ask me anything if it's on the real, but it just seems like there's always ulterior motives and you have to. So let's go back to it. Sell the sale. Let's see it. I want to see you sell the sale. Show me the best way to do it. I do not like when I am mischaracterized, but whatever. Say what you need to say. I'm trying to adapt, and sometimes I do things the wrong way, but I'm trying. I'm never going to slam anything, though, unless I have to. I'm going to sit tonight. Oh, I'm going to sing tonight. I'm going to sit, too. I'm just going to stay out of the way. I'm going to sing tonight. That's what I'm going to do. I have karaoke. I get to sing it tonight, and hopefully everything goes okay with that. I've been getting to sing about 4 or 5 songs. I'm going to go to church on Sunday. I am going to do a new thing where I'm going to pick a new church each week, and I'm going to go and just go to a church service and I'm just going to try to blend in and experience it. I'm going to try. I struggle with it. I really do. Because I don't want to be a disruptor, and I want to continue my faith. And sometimes church hurts me when I'm trying to do that. But I feel called. I feel like that's necessary for myself. So I hope to have a big weekend in sales. I hope we're busy because I really just want to make time go through and be productive and have as little interaction as possible in the actual store. I love my job. I've had that before, but it's weird to be in a situation where you make it what you are. I mean, you make it. So my job is to go in there and make it a job that I love. And I think I can do that. I don't really think it's the job. It's not the job's job to make your life better. I think it's the environment, though. There are pig farmers out there that love their job. There's slaves that loved being a slave. Did you know that? They didn't want to live another way. There's prisoners that just want to stay in jail. And there are owners of toy stores that hate their job. In the end of all of it, it's just a mindset. So that's why I try to do these videos. Try not to feed narratives. So try not to contribute to people talking behind your back. Don't give them a boom and then leave just because they're going to talk about the boom. But, like I said, don't live your life according to that. I don't think it's necessary. I mean, I think it's important to be strategic. It's political. Life is political. But it is stupid too. It's all politics, and politics is just ugly, stupid stuff. It's not real. I look different than everyone else. I tend to talk different. I definitely have different motivations, it seems. So I take each day, each month, or even a year. I'll be there for you when the rain starts to fall. It's going to rain this weekend too. And be there for yourself. I have an 8-hour day at work, and I'm going to take what comes. I'm going to sing tonight. I'm going to work on some songs, 4 or 5. That's about what I get to sing. I wish I got to sing more like 7 or 8 in the amount of time that I'm there, but it's cool. I'm getting what I want out of it. Church on Sunday. So I do need to pick a few new songs. I need to do that after I get off this video. So that's what I'm going to spend my morning doing. My days off are coming around the corner. It's close to the finish line. I am in major lockdown mode in my finances. So I need to take some time at home anyways. I need to take my days off to prepare myself for anything really moving forward, because we have April coming, and I don't know what's to come in April. I absolutely I don't feel very valued at my job. I just feel like I'm having to, I don't know. It's a weird situation, honestly. It's a real big reflection of myself too. I have to look in the mirror and say, why am I in a situation where I feel like I'm constantly defending myself and I don't get to contribute like my positives? It's really weird. It's every day it's like that. So it's on me. What am I doing that's causing that? I don't need to feel valued. It's just really weird. Just the way that the whole situation's set up. Seems to be a lot of focus on my flaws. And everyone seems to be focusing on my negatives. I'm not trying to do that. And I'm not going to, really. I'll listen and I will try to adjust. And I feel like I have, like everything that's been asked of me. I think I'm really good at that, actually. You tell me to sell Flex Seal, I sell Flex Seal. You tell me to top down sell, I start top down selling. You tell me to use the flyer, I use the flyer. I try to follow the initiatives that are asked by management to do. And then sometimes I get out of line, though, because I'm frustrated. It is what it is. I don't know. There's a benefit to mistakes. I own my mistakes, though. I own them. But I will not own the mistakes that are not mine. No, I will not. And there's a lot of them. There's been a ton of mistakes. Let's try this again, because today is a new day to start again. Take each moment one by one and do the best you can. Yesterday doesn't matter. It only serves as a ladder. Tomorrow isn't guaranteed, so make your plans accordingly. Today is a new day to start again. Take each moment one by one and do the best you can. I am in the new moon here. I don't remember I think it's new moon in Virgo or Gemini. I don't know. I need to look into that. I am starting to learn that stuff a little better as you get more into it. Set your intentions during a new moon is what you're supposed to do. I've taken an assessment. I've had a bad run. I'm going to go back in today. I'm going to put on some good colors. I'm going to have a good attitude. I'm going to work my 8-hour day, and I'm going to bring everything I got for that 8 hours. Then I'm going to go sing my songs tonight. And then Sunday, I'm going to come in and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to be very charged up. I'm going to do a good job at my job, do the best of my abilities, try to work every customer to the best of my abilities. That's what I'm going to do. And hopefully that turns out good. And then I'm also going to go to church. I'm going to enjoy that. So everything is going to be good moving forward. That's what I'm bringing. I hope everybody has a great day. Do great. be great.